Good morning, good people. Man, look at this beautiful bank here. Zero current. Even though the current over there is pretty fast. But over here we have zero current. I'm gonna make this video in 60 frames per second for you guys. It'll be a very short video. I wanna catch only one fish. Sounds very quiet. Don't know why. Because of the cold or something? It's very cold, folks. Air temp is maybe hit 40 degrees already, but it was 37 this morning. Yesterday it dipped to 32. Cold as it is, do you see the black line there? These weeds. Cold as it is, I actually see a lot of fish shallow. A lot of fish shallow. I have a specific job today. I want to review a rod that somebody sent me. But before I start that video, I'm kind of anxious to test my old Vanford after I put it back together. After the complete disassembly, to compare it with the new Vanford. You guys don't know the sacrifices that I do for you. Every time Shimano releases a new reel from the Vanford family, I open this poor reel, this one right here, this poor reel. I open it every time. And sometimes my heart is just getting torn apart, but what to do? I want to make a good comparison, good video. So I open it, but you don't know what it feels. You don't know what it feels to have your reel feel like heaven and tear it apart. But I keep doing it. And sometimes, I'll be honest with you, sometimes I tear apart this poor Vanford. Tear it apart, and when I put it together, it doesn't feel as good as before I tore it apart. There we go again, we tear it again. Sometimes I tear it twice. It never feels quite the same as it was, so I kind of fish it like that. If it's 97%, I'll still fish it. I'm not as obsessed yet as you think, but I am upset because it was freaking perfect and I tore it apart just to make a video. However, this time for this video it was not absolutely perfect. It was one of these 97% cases. So this time I didn't mind tearing it apart. This time I didn't mind tearing it apart. I want to catch just one fish and we'll end this video. Just to confirm something. I want to catch just one fish. One nice fish. This time, folks, when I put it back together, I put my best oils, my best grease, and I put entire new line roller. This line roller is brand new. It runs on 2 bearings now. Originally it runs on only one, and on the other side there is a plastic bushing. I never made a video how to replace that one because you don't need it. It's not going to improve anything. But Anyway, put a new line roller, put my best oils, and lucky or not, maybe I'm lucky, maybe I did a good job. Whatever the reason, this poor reel torn apart so many times for the good of humanity. This poor reel feels like heaven once again. Spilling water. Man, the water is clear, there is a lot of fish around, but they're all shad and buffalo, I think. Nothing is chasing. I can even see my lure on live scope. Nothing is chasing, but I know I'm gonna catch just one channel catfish or drum or something. The only thing I wanna do right now is confirm. Let me tell you what I wanna do right now before I start testing the new rod. The only thing I wanna do right now is confirm that everything is perfect after the reassembly. I want to confirm it by actually fighting a fish, because sometimes there is no noise without load. It's perfectly smooth and quiet without load, but when you load it up, noises appear. I want to confirm that everything is perfect, and when I confirm, I will tell you what I'm gonna do. Man, I see a bunch of little fish right on the bank. What are the bluegill doing all the way on the bank? And it feels so good, folks. I don't want to tease you, but breathing this cold air, I know it looks a little depressing with the rust and the metal, but to me it's kind of, I don't know, I'm gonna say something like, you're gonna smirk, but almost like romantic. Cold, alone. But the water is clean. The bank is clean. There's no annoying people. And my Vanford, folks, feels like freaking paradise. Interestingly, it's warming up. It's warming up. There we go. Interesting. I was gonna say it feels like heaven in terms of smoothness and quietness and resistance, but the drag clicker didn't sound good. But I think it was a little stuck from the cold weather. And it's starting to warm up now. It feels so good, folks. Yeah. Folks, I have to make an announcement here. I'm retiring this poor reel from table experiments. Sorry to tell you, but there will be no more opening of my Vanford, of my 2020 Vanford. There will be no more opening. It feels absolutely perfect, and I am not touching this reel again until maybe 2 years later it needs a little dab of grease. But until then, I am not touching this reel. It feels amazing. It looks amazing. It looks better. If we're talking about matching with my Eradicators, it looks better than the new. It looks better than the new. I'm even thinking of buying one more of them, just to match with my eradicators, not because it's better but mechanically, but because it looks better with the eradicators, and I have a lot of eradicators now. I have a lot of eradicators. It seems like I have more and more eradicators by the ear. Man, feels good under load. The new line roller is so smooth. It's so smooth. The reel is so smooth. Sorry folks, that's why I came here. On this spot there is catfish and drum. I know it, but I wanted to load the reel to make sure everything is perfect before I retire it. I knew we weren't gonna catch any crappy trophies here. That's what I came for, and that's what I caught. And we can now proceed to test the new rod. But I am happy. What? You're not even close. What do you want? Man, that is a 5-pound drum there that we landed. You know how people like using cliches without breaking a sweat? Well, it's pretty cold here. It's kind of frigid, to tell you the truth. I'm shaking a little bit, hoping it will warm up soon. Now that's not a good place to leave the rod. If the fish jumps, we can snap a tip pretty easy. Let's leave a lot of slack line. Leave it over here. It's okay, buddy. I'll let you go. It's okay. I will let you go. That's a big boy, folks. He was all the way on the bank, eating bluegill or something. He was all the way on the bank. Oh man. He is dropping green stuff in my boat. We need to let him go as soon as possible. Luckily I have alcohol wipes, so I can wipe this stuff off. It's not on the carpet. I can wipe it off. Hey, not a bad catch to test the heavenly feel of my Vanford. It does feel just as good under load as it felt at home. I mean, when I tested it at home, I was like, damn, that's what I always wanted. I am never touching this reel again. But let's make sure first that even with a fish it still feels good. And it does. Man, what is this? I've never seen this kind of stuff. Why so yellow? Where's my alcohol wipes? Yeah, they're still here. They're still here and they're still moist. Alright folks, thank you for watching. Before I let you go, let me send you out with one last look of my precious. Wow, look at the back current from this barge. One last look of my precious. Yeah, buddy. This one is retired from tabletop experiments. Whatever Shimano releases next, we're gonna be messing up with the new reel. No more old Vanford messing up.